Welcome to In the Kitchen with Dinah. Today we're making pumpkin cookies.
Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Someone's in the kitchen, I know. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Gonna taste good, I know.
Well, hi, I'm Dinah and welcome to my kitchen. Like I said, I'm gonna show you today how to make these moist, delicious, cakey pumpkin cookies. And they kind of have a caramel frosting, so make sure you stay tuned because I'm gonna show you how to make that too. So let's get started. This recipe makes 6 dozen. You want to make sure your oven is preheating to 350 degrees. It's super easy to cut in half. I'm going to make the full 6 dozen today because I'm going to deliver them to some friends. The first thing you're going to need is a pound of butter or 2 cups. 2 cups sounds just way better than a whole pound of butter. But you are making 6 dozen, so it's all good. Make sure it's nice and soft. And you're going to need a fairly large bowl. And I just use my hand mixer again. Stick them in your KitchenAid if you have one. All right, so there's our butter. And then we need to grab 2 cups of sugar. All right, so we got our butter and our sugar in here, and the next thing we're gonna need is a whole can of pumpkin. If you have cooked pumpkin that you've done maybe from your garden or something, you've cooked it down, you'll need 2 cups. 15-ounce can is close enough. All right, these really became a favorite of my kids and all of their friends. They are pretty darn delicious. Let's see if I can get that cleaned up. All right. And let's give this a mix here. Okay, now we're gonna add 2 teaspoons of vanilla, a couple glugs for sure, good measure, 2 eggs. These cookies are really delightful and they freeze well. So that's why I'm gonna make the whole batch because I'll show you how to freeze them too. We just stick them in bags and pop them in the freezer. All right, that looks about good. All right, so we're gonna start on our dry ingredients. Let's grab 4 cups of flour. Go to your spot. All right, and the rest of the ingredients are 2 of everything. So we got 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and 2 teaspoons of soda. Just all the normal cookie leavening here. Scrape down your bowl here. See that pumpkin hiding in the bottom? All right, so got them all mixed together here. I'm gonna clear this off. I'm gonna grab some cookie sheets that I've lined with parchment, and then we're gonna get scooping some cookie dough. All right, so I've got my mountain of cookie sheets lined with parchment. I just do it because it's easy. I just use my cookie scoop, and we're just gonna go 12 on a sheet. And nuts are optional in these cookies. We have a lot of nut allergies in our family, so I usually leave them out, but I'm certain that it would be delicious. I might try it in a dozen just for us because I think I like it. They're so good in those chocolate cookies. I know.
A last dozen will get it mixed in.
So in the last dozen that I'm gonna keep for myself, I'm gonna add some nuts because all of the nut allergies do not live at my house. Let's try it out. See what that looks like. So I just threw some walnuts I had in the freezer. Woo!
Oh.
Did I flick the dog? I got the dog! Oh my gosh.
He found it. It fell
Oh, it's
off.
delicious. That's so funny. All right. Oh, these are gonna be so good. So let's get these in the oven. They're gonna bake for 9 to 11 minutes at 350 degrees. So I'm gonna go 11 because I got them full. All right, there's our timer. Ooh, they look perfection. Actually, I'm gonna have to go all the way over here. Go to your spot. And behold the nuts. All right, so we got the cookies all out of the oven. Now I'm gonna show you how to make that delicious brown sugar caramely frosting that goes on them. So for the frosting, we're gonna need a cup of brown sugar. I just pack it in my cup, like that. We're gonna cook this in the microwave for a couple minutes. So we also need 6 tablespoons of butter, which is 3/4 of a stick. Slice that off. And then just for the sake of getting everything hot quicker, don't put that in there. I slice it up a little. It's getting more surface area. All right, then also in here, we're gonna need 1/2 cup of milk. And I've got my little ounce thing. So 1/2 cup of milk equals 4 ounces, and that's 2 of these because they're 2 ounces. These little measuring cups are super handy. Okay. We will also be adding vanilla, but I want to get this nice and hot. So this is going to go in the microwave for 1 to 2 minutes. I'm going to put it in for 1 minute, give it a stir, and then another minute. So as your frosting is in the microwave getting all hot and bubbly, it's important to get your cookies off the cookie sheet, so I'm gonna do that quick. It's one of the reasons why I use parchment, because I can just slide them off. These nut ones look so delicious. All right, so let's see how this looks. And I always use pot holders because it gets pretty hot. Okay. So the butter hasn't quite melted, but we're gonna give it a stir and put it in for another minute because you really wanna get it bubbling. It's getting hot though. All right, so back in the microwave for another minute. All right, let's look at it now. Oh, it's still gonna need some more time. Give it another stir. It's getting there, but you really wanna see it bubble and boil. All right, so let's give it 30 more seconds. I usually don't use this bowl, so I'm not sure how it acts in the microwave.
It doesn't look bubbly.
Too many lights in here. Well, you know, we'll get there. Like I said, I've not used, hey, it's getting there. Not used this bowl, so. You want it to bubble so we're getting that brown sugar dissolved. Because there's nothing worse than grainy frosting, let me tell you. All right, give it another whisk. Hot on the bottom and cold on the top. There, that looks good. Nice and foamy and bubbly and hot. So let's add 2 teaspoons of vanilla to this. And then also you're gonna need powdered sugar. It depends on a lot of things, but you can add powdered sugar to the consistency you'd like. So if you want a thinner frosting, add less. If you want a thicker frosting, you can add more. So I've got my vanilla stirred in well. I'm gonna start with a couple cups of powdered sugar. Want to make sure you turn your mixer on low because it's super hot and you sure don't want to get burned by this hot sugar. And as this cools, even from putting the air into it and aerating it from the beaters, it will thicken up too. One thing I'm going to add is a bit of salt, just because it really brings the flavor out and balances that sugar. Okay, so let's add some more powdered sugar. And if you do air and get it too thick, you can just add a tiny bit of milk and it'll loosen it right back up. It's getting there. If you want to, and you could, well, the cookies are so tender, you could take a spoon of this and just really gently, like, almost like ice it. I kind of like a thicker frosting on these. I'm gonna go one more. Let's see how that works. The reason I'm mixing it for a long time is it helps cool it off by getting all that air in there, and it helps thicken it too. I'm gonna call that good. So the frosting is still pretty warm to the touch on the bowl, but it looks, I like it about like this. So these are, remember, they're cakey and tender. So I just take your offset spatula. If you don't have one, you really should get one. And I just kind of, it's almost like a thick glaze. And as it cools, it's gonna set up. It looks so pretty. And they frost really, really easily. So I've got these all frosted. You really want to make sure that you're frosting them right away with a warm frosting because they go on so smoothly. And then when they set up, they are beautiful and glassy looking texture. And I'm gonna wait for all of them to set up and I'll be right back and I'll show you how I freeze them and get them in containers because, well, unless you have a whole gob of kids, these are gonna take you a minute to eat through. So we'll be back in a minute. So really fast, I just wanted to share with you how I freeze these cookies and keep them. I just always use Ziploc bag, grab a Sharpie, you can write on here pumpkin cookie, you can date them if you want. Ours are not gonna last that long. So you wanna just store them. I'm just gonna take them one at a time. We're gonna do a single layer in this bag. Now, if you're serving them, I just throw them on a plate and eat them. So with this parchment that we used, I just rip a section of it, kind of fold it so it fits in the bag, set it real gentle on top, and then I'm gonna stick the other 3 cookies on top, and then your cookies don't stick together with all the frosting, and then I just lay them really gently in the freezer. I just wanna say thank you so much for joining me today in my kitchen. Don't forget that the recipe is down below in the description. I hope you try these fall favorite pumpkin cookies with the brown sugar caramely frosting. They are delicious. I think I should eat one right now. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and turn the bell on for notifications. I have got so many recipes coming, you guys won't even believe it. See how cakey and wonderful they are. They are really light too. You almost don't need teeth, they're so tender. Delicious. You think you need a bite, you can't have this. I'm so sad. Thanks for joining me again in my kitchen, and we'll see you on the next episode. Have a terrific day. And then I'm gonna, welcome back.
Okay, take these cookies and go eat them. I gotta go lay down.
I'm so exhausted.
Some itchy scritchies.
You okay over there? Oh, wait, what did you say? Bless you. So as your frosting is cooking in the fridge, it's important to get your, oh my gosh. Whoop. Pumpkin, not sponsored by Libby.
Gonna taste good, I know.